figured it was time for Kate to go out and meet anyone I could possibly have her meet in the future world. You know, anyone that could help her career, anyone that she might like as a person. And I thought, oh, Alex could be both of those.
Usually these things are sort of 20 minutes, half an hour of
small talk, and I like to act, and, well, we like to make movies. Someday we'll work together.
They don't really lead to anything. It's just, hi, how are you doing?
So I kind of kept postponing it and changing it, and finally I went like on a Friday at 5 o'clock, and I had a driver that day because I had a photo shoot right before, and I literally was like, I'll be 20 minutes, just wait.
She made a very funny joke when she first walked in, sort of somewhat self-deprecating joke, and made me laugh right away.
He's like, so what kind of films are you interested in making? And I was like, the kind that get distributed. And he's like, can you be any more specific? Because I can pretty much guarantee that any Fox film's going to get distributed.
Before you knew it, you were talking about your families, you were talking about movies, you were talking about acting, you were talking about her show, you were talking about all these things that normally you never scratched the surface in any of these meetings.
We ended up sitting down talking for 2 hours. So we really, we really clicked.
So then I get this call from her, and like this giggling phone call. And I'm like, what? Because I just got out of this meeting with Alex Young. And it's been like an hour and a half. It's like 7:30 at night. She goes, well, it was really good. And I said, oh, that's great. I knew you'd like him. She's like, no, it was really good. And, he's cute, and it was fun, and we had this great talk. And I said, that's great. Did you learn anything about any projects, any business? She's like, well, not really. And I was like, okay, I see what this meeting was about.
I knew him before Kate. So when she came into his life, I watched everything I hoped this person would have happen to them, because he's a very sweet man, and you'll see that.
This year has been crazy. I mean, it's you meet the woman of your dreams, you get married, you get promoted, you get a new house, she's on a new show.
They know how to be independent while being together, which I think is an amazing and a difficult thing for a relationship.
Magic? Magic.
There's always this little bit of shame. You're like, oh no, I'm going to have an assistant. I'm going to have a staff now.
And she always says, I have an amazing team.
Working with Kate has truly been like the biggest spoiler of my career, meaning like nothing I will ever do again will be as much fun as working with her.
She's such great friends with everybody, and everybody respects each other. And so you don't have the conflicts.
Vicky Wagner, she's amazing. She sort of does everything. And everyone says that deals with her, agents, manager, publicist, anybody who deals with her, like, you are so lucky to have Vicky.
I feel like in her opinion, she doesn't feel like it's just her that got her where she is. It's everyone around her.
Have you heard about Kate's sort of whole Dr. Dolittle side?
She always just wants to enjoy all her animals in her home.
Well, I have Lucy the dog, and then the newest addition, which is Rosie. I just adopted her. She's a little puppy. She's about, she'll be 5 months, I think, in a couple of weeks, so she's pretty cute. And then I have my 2 cats, Billy and Pablo, the orange tabby brothers, so there's quite a brood at the house, the pack. I honestly will literally have fantasies and can bring myself to tears thinking about my pets and wanting to go home and get in my flannel pajamas and get in bed with all the beasts and Alex, of course.
Always looking for ways to better herself as a person, like constantly on a spiritual quest or some kind of growth. And I find that incredibly brave and interesting, and she does it with such vulnerability and grace.
She had a campaign for pedigree that she went to do and had the puppy, and it's because she invested herself. She wasn't just showing up and, taking a pose with the puppy and then handing him back. She gets connected very beautifully to the causes she believes in.
My parents, obviously, they raised me. They've always been very socially active and very, and by that I mean of contribution to the culture, and politically active and passionate about giving back and about being grateful.
Kate said that's one of the cool things that she likes about any kind of fame, was that she gets to use her name to do the stuff that's important to her.
Because of her celebrity, things like, political work. She's been working, on the Obama campaign.
She
had the strength of her convictions and did it because it was something that she really wanted to do. It wasn't a cool thing to do at the time.
She doesn't walk around like an entitled person, which I think is an amazing quality.
She doesn't forget where she came from. She doesn't forget who her friends were. She's as likely to show up for the red carpet at the Screen Actors Guild Awards or at the Emmy Awards as she is to show up on opening night in the middle of a week for a friend's play.
She says words that you would think a big, fat black woman would say in church.
She does this kind of old white woman dance where she just kind of sticks her ass out.
Bouncy, facey, thing she does. I can't do it properly right now.
That was actually me imitating my mom dancing. Like the mom dance, like, oh, it just feels good to move. Huh? Yeah, Angela.
In the most tense of moments on the set, you will suddenly hear this cat howling. You don't know where it's coming from. And it's not a cat, it's Kate.
Well, it's cat / pterodactyl.
We don't even know if it's actually coming from her throat or somewhere else.
It was always my contention that a great, simple vocal warm-up, you can either meow to get the, throat and nasal resonators and throat and mouth, and, key, all that stuff going, like a good meow.
It was really unpleasant at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're on a Friday when you're trying to finish out the week.
A woof of dog bark could get the guttural lower chest and, woof, like a, It's part of my charm, part of my secret. You'll see it in my book.
Kate the Great, how you doing?
I feel like it's when they are at a wedding and they're all, say something to the bride and groom.
Kate, how effing strange is this that we're doing a DVD interview for you?
Here we are, him in his bare feet. I'm in my PJ bottoms with socks on. I know.
I really think you're special.
I do miss her.
So
She's not dead. I act like she's dead. She's got her own show. She's like this huge star now, so I'm very excited for her.
She'll look right in the camera and say, "Hi, America. I'm Kate Walsh with Private Practice."
She still owes me. Her Christmas gift to me is supposed to be her singing the great hits of the 70s on a CD for me. I don't know where that is. She promised it to me. And
I'm happy just sitting here doing this interview. That's all I need, Kate. That and a 12-episode arc next year as your adopted brother.
Christmas is come and gone. Where's my CD, Kate?
Cousin? Cousin? Third cousin?
You sexy fox. Mwah. Hey, more, right? More. Let's do more of the thing.
Please enjoy every minute of it. I know you'll stress, but enjoy every minute of it. I love you.
Third cousin with a bipolar disorder? What? I'm open.